Right, so I have returned once again for something a little bit different once again, because that's all we do on this channel right now. So it's something a little bit different. And today's a little bit different is the Blade Runner anime, which if you don't know, Blade Runner is one of the greatest films ever made, and it happens to be a sequel coming out in about a week, actually, of the original Blade Runner, starring Ryan Gosling and Harrison Ford, directed by the best dude in the goddamn business, Denis Villeneuve, and it looks bloody incredible. But over the last, I think, couple of months, we've actually had kind of a lot of like kind of short prequels, which kind of tie into the events of the new film, which do then give you some information on what's going on in the world. And this one happens to be an anime prequel directed by Shinichiro Watanabe. If I actually pronounce his name correctly, I do believe I have it. Shinichiro Watanabe, I believe is how you pronounce his name correctly. Yeah, so it's directed by him. So I heard the fact that actually there was an anime being made. I was like, oh, okay, that sounds interesting. All right, I'll watch that. Then I found out he was actually involved. I was like, oh boy, sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. I am on board with this. So let's see what's happening. Let's see what's going down in the sphere of Blade Runner. Because the new film apparently is meant to be the best freaking film ever made. So I'm pretty freaking hyped for next week. It's a prequel to Blade Runner, the film, which is actually an anime. It looks bloody amazing. It's done by Watanabe. It's Ichiro Watanabe. Which is like the greatest combo ever. You got Blade Runner, you got Watanabe. I was like, boom. What more can you ask for in life? Absolutely goddamn nothing. Because, oh man, it's one of those things. If you watch Blade Runner, you actually will enjoy it because Blade Runner is one of the best films ever made. Not even just speaking out of subjectiveness. Actually, literally is one of the greatest films ever made. Come on, go away. Updates. Leave me alone. But yeah, so let's begin this thing and see what's going down in the Blade Runner sphere. And because Denis Villeneuve's face is on my screen, I want to know what he's saying because I believe in that man. He's the only man I'm believing in Hollywood because he knows what he's doing. He knows the good stuff. So let's begin this thing in 3, 2, 1. Let's begin now. My boy. Yeah, it was announced last week. They were doing an anime. I was like, oh my god, holy crap! I was like, this could be good. I was like, and then Watanabe's involved. I was like, oh my god, he even got Watanabe involved. Oh man. Please, if Denis Villeneuve tell me anything, I'll believe it. I'll accept it because Denis Villeneuve's just the greatest dude in the world. That man knows how to direct a film. Sicario, mwah. Arrival, mwah. All of them, mwah. Films. Hey, it's not the original film. The opening. A replicant Nexus 6 expired in inventory. Tyrol Corp. Oh, okay. Nexus Series 8 were purpose-built with a natural lifespan. Soon the human supremacy movement began. Oh, man. Animation's really nice. Damn, son. Oh, was the final shot of the first film? Or similar to the very first shot in the first film. Oh boy. Oh boy. This is very Watanabe, actually, the more I think about it. Like, it's very his kind of thing. That's why I kind of think Denise getting him involved is actually a really freaking good idea, because it's very much his kind of field. That was some moves. That was some moves. Man, can it be next week already? I wish it was next week already, because then the film will be out and I'll be watching it right now. Man. It's like it's one of the only films I've been looking forward to this whole entire year. Hey yo, it's like the best anime of the year. It's not even an anime at this point. It's just a short anime. It's like the best anime of the whole entire year. Besides like gamers and stuff like that. Besides gamers, this is actually a pretty incredible thing so far. Oh man, this looks pretty freaking amazing. Holy moly. Hey, can we actually get a Blade Runner anime now? Like, can we actually just get a whole entire series into Blade Runner as an anime? Just let it happen. If someone get someone involved to do it. It would happen. It would be the greatest thing ever. It needs to happen now. This long form series actually be a freaking amazing series. I mean, it isn't Ghost in the Shell already, but still. Just need something else that's not Ghost in the Shell at this point. Give me Blade Runner the anime. Oh, that CG though, it's a lot better than actual CG in a lot in anime. It was actually a lot better than CG in anime mostly. Man, if only we got more shows like this in anime seasons, we'll be happy. We'll be really freaking happy. It's a dove. It's a dove. I want to go watch the first film now. Damn it! I want to go watch the first film. I was rewatching Cowboy Bebop like really recently as well. So it's just like, man, now I want to go watch Blade Runner. Oh, there goes that. There indeed goes that. Well, there we are. There was that. That was pretty freaking great, actually. I actually really did like that. Man, it tells a pretty freaking good story as well. It kind of feeds into the actual whole entire narrative as well. It's one of the things I actually quite like about the series of like shorts. It kind of just feeds back in. And it's actually kind of neat. Kind of tells you the whole entire thing, what's happening between the events of the original Blade Runner to what's happening now in the new Blade Runner. Because it's been 30 years. There's like what happened in between there, and we're actually getting quite a lot of information now. So you don't ever feel like as if you are completely in the dark once you watch the film, which is actually really freaking cool, because otherwise you might be in the dark completely if this hadn't happened. But I think they kind of knew they had to do it from the start, because there's been quite a lot. There might have been quite a lot of things going on. They can't really info dump you in the film of it. If you catch my drift, they can't just say, okay, this is what happened in the meantime. So it feels like as if it's just there for like to info dump you rather than it to be like a genuine world building aspect. But right now, I think I actually did a really freaking great job of actually world building the whole entire world itself to now a new point, like to where it is going towards. It's a good job, actually. When you think about it, can't actually argue with them at all. But I think Watanabe out of every single person could have got down the aesthetic style of Blade Runner perfectly in anime form as well. It's one of those things I did not expect anything different from him, because it's one of those things that once you know he's involved, like, yeah, it's gonna be amazing. Because he knows how to nail down the aesthetic style of the film itself, because the film itself is quite unique in how it was done back in the day, because I'm not saying there was nothing like it beforehand, because he did have a lot of science fiction films which did pose an idea of the future, but that one kind of did it more like humanely, in a sense, like they kind of made the replicants seem more human than actually kind of robots when you think about it, because you even questioned whether or not Deckard was actually a replicant in the end, because it's one of those things. But yeah, I actually quite like the idea of how they went about presenting the replicants this episode as well, because it kind of just did delve more into the idea of basically, are they human? They're more than human. You think about it, they are technically not human, but when you think about it, they're like anyone else. They're just they're a bit different. It's one of the things. But that whole entire idea of what actually happened, and then how it kind of then led into the whole entire idea of what happened then with replicants, is actually kind of neat, because you understood what was going on there quite well in such a small space of time, because a lot of the time a lot of people can't actually fit a narrative very freaking down well into 15 minutes, but Watanabe did it freaking perfectly. Like, you got the whole entire information you ever needed to actually go forward within that 15 minutes. It told you a pretty freaking concise storyline that really did help elevate the world of Blade Runner beyond the point of where it was beforehand. I mean, they could in theory just put it into the movie and said, look, this is what happened 30 years ago, but they didn't. They gave it one 15-minute episode, and it did such a great job actually kind of building that world up, because again, Blade Runner is one of those worlds that needs to kind of be built upon. It could in theory just go the way of just one film, but I feel as if maybe a sequel would have actually done itself some wonders. And I think apparently what they've been saying about the new film is in fact is actually incredible. And I was like, well, when you think about it, I don't expect anything different from Denis Villeneuve, because Villeneuve knows what he's doing. Like, every single person that could be involved in the film, it's basically the best option to go with is Villeneuve, because he knows how to construct a world, how to build upon what originally, and everything like that. It's one of those things I never actually kind of doubted him at all, because he knew what he was doing. Like, you could tell, like, he's a guy that knows what he's doing. And it looks like it shows, because he even got Watanabe involved as well. Like, it's one of those things, once you got him involved, you know you're in a good spot, because it's just one of those things that out of everyone that could have been involved in this project, it had to be Watanabe because he would actually nail that style down. And the visuals were incredible as well. The visuals were amazing. Like there were certain points I was like, man, I was like, I wish we got more of that in anime because, believe me, if we had an anime style of Blade Runner, that'd be an amazing thing because we need kind of a new kind of science fiction dawn anime because it would be kind of a new like thing to go into because we haven't really kind of had that. Years I can't actually remember any. So it'd be kind of great to actually have one come along. I mean, this one's kind of like a nice introduction to actually kind of tell you like, look, you can do it. So it's not anything that can't be done. So in theory, hopefully it's actually kind of jogs some people actually kind of say, look, okay, let's actually make a show like this and actually kind of then do it something like this because we kind of need it. We need a new advent of a genre. But yeah, I mean, all in all, I actually can't disagree with this anime at all. This anime did a really freaking good job actually world building upon Blade Runner, which actually in theory, when you think about it, was a very, very self-contained world that actually kind of in theory, when you think about it, yeah, a sequel would have been worked wonders on it. But what I was going to say beforehand was how the film was structured originally kind of made it seem as if it didn't need a sequel because the story it told was completely concise. But it seems as if the actual film itself is incredible anyway, so there's actually no problems there. But yeah, I mean, good job actually world building on that aspect. Hopefully the film, but apparently people are saying the film's incredible, so hopefully the film just actually delivers in the end because it's actually almost a 3-hour long film. And I think the original film was actually like an hour and 45 to about 2 hours, I believe. So hopefully we do get ourselves a good film in the end because I'm actually really excited. It's actually the one film I've been most excited for this whole entire year because I'm very much a Blade Runner fan. I actually bought the film like 3 times. Like I think I own the Blu-ray version. I need to buy the 4K version actually. I haven't bought the 4K version yet because I'm a disgrace apparently. And also I also own like the really weird like Blade Runner DVD set that has every single like version of the film that ever got released because there's about like 16 versions of it. So I do like Blade Runner a lot. I think it's actually one of the greatest films ever made. Like it's one of those ones. If you've never seen Blade Runner, you actually gone into this anime completely blind, do go back and watch the film because the film will blow your mind because it's one of those films that it came out at the right time. Like again, it's not as if there wasn't any films beforehand that did the kind of the same thing. It had Metropolis, stuff like that. There was actually films before, but Blade Runner came out at the right time to actually kind of then revolutionize. It didn't really revolutionize back then because people didn't really take notice of it. But as time went on, it kind of just grew a cult following and actually became one of the greatest films ever made. But it's one of those ones that revolutionized the whole entire genre a little bit because it kind of just told a really, really kind of different storyline, actually kind of really, really, really humanized kind of what you would imagine to be the enemy. It was as if now the actual film is kind of then looking at it in a different aspect, which I actually kind of like. So hopefully we actually get a good film. So that has been me for today. So if you have enjoyed this whole entire stream as a whole, and you do want to leave a like, then do leave a like because indeed it does help me quite a bit. If you have enjoyed what I do here and you want to stay a little bit longer, then do leave a sub because indeed it does help me quite a bit. But until next time, see you guys later.